Today, I'm just going to read a poem that I wrote a few years back, and it speaks for itself, so I'm not really going to say much. I went to church the other day to worship my God, to sing and to pray. I went there with a heart that was light. I felt I was good in my circle, all was right. Though I hadn't been there in quite a while, I was happy to enter and went in with a smile. But then I heard that I've been deceived into thinking I could be happy with what I believed. I am part of a world full of evil and sin. The preacher hardly knew where to begin. Listing all the wrongs I have in my life, why had I not seen this before his insight? The world is not always a gentle place. Indeed, there is meanness in the human race. I generally try to do what is right, but still, even I end up in fights. I know I'm not as bad as I felt when in front of that altar of white I knelt. I left that place with tears in my eyes, went home and simply wanted to cry. When everyone else wants to point out our flaws, when people around are quick to take out their claws, I prefer to hear of a God of love who looks down upon us from above and with tears in his eyes says, just be yourself. Leave all your hurt and pain on the shelf. Enter into my warm embrace. You are loved and accepted without a trace of judgment or saying you need to be more. You do not have to settle a score. Why does a person who is doing her best have to feel she'll never pass the test? After decades of feeling I'm not enough, why does church have to be so rough? On my feeling of worth, on my self-esteem. That pastor has no idea where I've been, the things I've encountered, the hopes that are dashed, the people I've met, and our personalities clashed. I think more would begin to go back through those doors if instead of a lecture, we could hear more about the good we are doing, not all the bad. After the long, trying week we've all had, I can quote all the verses the minister's bringing. I can sing all the songs the choir is singing. I know what the good book says on this topic, but I won't go into my own biopic. I can say I've met both young and old. You need to be more, is what they've been told. We don't need to hear we are wretched and vile. We need comfort and peace as we walk our next mile. I'll leave it at that.